Hey guys, just want to do a short video with a couple of tips and tricks I learned as I go along here. I might have repeated a few, but anyway, let's start with a couple of tips. First of all, my eyes are getting old at 55 years old, and it's harder to see some of these smaller parts, so you end up using the old magnified glasses, reading glasses. I get mine at the dollar store, so buy a stack of them like that. But here's my thing: I need some when I'm just generally trimming, building, but when I'm start to do nub cleaning, I got to get closer and closer with different magnifications. So what I do is I have three types of glasses: 1x, 1x, 2x, and a 3x magnification. And I was always reaching for them, and I had to keep looking on the side to see what they were. There's a little fine print there as to what this one is. This is a 2. So what I did was I got this on Amazon. This is a magic marker holder. I also use it for my mixing sticks on the other side. I got 2 of them. But what I did was, you get these numbered sticker systems that I use on my sprue organizer, and I just put 1, 2, and 3 for each slot. This is my 1 magnifying, my 2, and my 3 when I'm doing close-up detail and nub cleaning, you know. And there you go. There's a 3. Sorry, we hit the camera. That's it. That's a cheap solution. This thing was dirt cheap. The glasses are $1 each. That's $3. Totally organized. But this is for you guys who like me, who can't see that up close and personal to these kits, because of the aging eyes. I need them to read a magazine, and I also need them to build these things. But that's an organizing tip, and quick to switch as you go back and forth. And I use those constantly. I'm using them all the time. The pipettes. Don't go to Hobby Lobby or stuff. They sell them by a handful for almost $10. This is I don't even know what was in this damn thing. 50 or 100. I got these from Amazon. It was $10. So I think it was with shipping. It might have been like $8. You know. So don't grab them there. Just grab them in mass bulk like this. I use them quite a bit. I'm sure you guys do too. Now here's what I did. I can reuse them a few times. I realized I kept using for my acrylics or my lacquers. I would use it several times, but then I was getting confused because I actually used 2 things at the same time. Piano liner is actually enamel, and I didn't want to reuse the 2 and it would affect what I was doing. So what I did was I separated, and these came from probably a Container Store. I just printed on my printer what they are: acrylic and lacquer. So I'll actually get about 6 to 10 uses out of each one, and I just know what I'm reaching for when I'm doing my lacquers. I just grab my lacquers and I throw them back in. You know, after a while you throw them out, they start to deteriorate. But if you're only grabbing thinners, alcohol or water, yeah, it doesn't matter. And my lacquers are pretty much the same thinners that I always use. So lacquer thinner is pretty much lacquer thinner. It won't affect either way. So now I get to reuse them, even stretching them even further. So there's another tip. Get this stuff, Container Store. You could probably spend about 2 hours in that store shopping around. Let me tell you. All right, these came from this might have been Walmart or the Container Store again. When I'm airbrushing, I get a lot of parts to clean. It depends what I'm using, acrylic or lacquer. Same sheet that I got the numbers off of from Walmart was $1. I spelt out lacquer and I spelt out acrylic, and I'll keep them full when I'm working. Probably either water or alcohol in here, and obviously either an acetone or a lacquer thinner in here, and I can stretch it through the whole model without reusing. And I'll dump it out and clean out, and then I'll start over fresh with each model. But again, keeping everything labeled and simple is good. And then as far as fumes goes with the lacquers, it's got a nice seal on this. You just put the lid on it, and keep the smell in through the whole building process. You'll be in good shape. And as far as cleaning thinners go, don't buy the brand stuff. And there's some that are specific. They were sent to me to try them. But as far as your general cleaning your airbrush, if you're doing a lacquer, if you're doing acrylic, you know what to use for that. But acetone pretty much cleans everything, particularly my hands when I'm done. But these are about $7 a piece or $8 at my local Lowe's and Home Depot have them. So these will last you forever. Don't buy the, this thing is probably, I don't even know what it is because it was sent to me. It was probably $7, whereas this whole thing is $7. You can see the difference there. So don't waste your time and money getting the other stuff. Let's go across the board. Panel lining. When you do your panel lining, I found that this works the best, and it was tough to find Zippo because not many people smoke anymore, so lighters aren't too much in vogue. But I found this at a gas station. It was a convenience store, and it lasts me a while, and I don't even have to open or do anything special. I just take the Q-tip and dab a little on here, and it comes right up. It doesn't affect either kind of paint once it's dry, the acrylic or lacquer based or enamels. It takes the panel lining right off, makes it beautiful and clean. So don't go with anything special, fancy. Even this bottle, was $4 for, to me, is if you're using their panel liner. And I also have these new panel liners from AK. It's a light gray and it's a black, and these are enamels too. So all the panel lining stuff seems to be enamel. It thins out nice, but it comes up beautiful with this also. And MIG has a panel lining liquid, and we know about Tamiya's. And now I have them from Mr. Color, and these worked really good, by the way, on my last build. So they have a thick pigment. They have the ball bearing in it, So these work good with this also. It has their own solvent, but like I said, this is the way to go. It's $3, I think, for this. So go with that. When you're airbrushing, you want to use quick gloves that you can take off quick. These are $1, and just stock up on this stuff. It's a no-brainer. Just keep them in stock. What I do is I pull them apart. I pull open the package, and then I got this at Aldi. When you're down to the last packaging in Aldi, you can take these displays with you. So I just open the package, and I just keep them right next to the air booth, and I just put one on. Just need it for the spray, the hand that's holding the part, obviously, because the other hand's holding the airbrush. So that's good for that. That's a simple one. Dixie cups. These are, again, at the dollar store. Most of the stuff was at the dollar store. What I'm having trouble with is when I'm stirring my paints, all these things have a nub inside them, and when I'm stirring it, it's splashing, and it's driving me crazy. And I'm trying to find ones that don't have these nubs in the bottom. Oh, there it is. See it? And so that's driving me insane. So I'm on the search for the perfect cup. Now Dixie's, these are good. I haven't tried it with a lacquer yet. It probably won't matter because you're only mixing for like about 30 seconds. And I dump it in the airbrush. I don't like to mix in my airbrush. I like to mix in a cup and then pour her in. But this works great for acrylics. I just found out that no interference. It's a perfect inside. A nice big package of them for 99 cents or $1, whatever it was. So these are good for acrylics. Use that for your mixing. And I discovered these the other day. Check these out. These are also cheap. It looks like your ketchup cups, but it actually isn't. It's lined with plastic. There it is. You see the shiny? So this is smooth also. And these you just crumble up and toss when you're done. So these will probably work with the lacquer. So I got two disposable ways of doing these. You can always use these cups, but you end up using, these mixing cups. I always end up spending just as much thinners cleaning these damn things out to keep them clean than I am just throwing away a cup anyway at 99 cents for a good batch of them. So this is a good way to go. Use the plastic linings for your lacquers and use the paper cups for your acrylics. The thing I'm holding here is from Squadron. This is a decal positioner. So when you get your part and you want to move your decals, you want to get all the decals we have here, and you want to put your decals, instead of using your hand or even a cotton swab or the point, which might damage it, and the cotton swab ends up absorbing all of the liquids that help you set your decal. This rubber point, see it? It's just a soft rubber, and you position it perfectly without you getting your hands, your oils, or tearing it. So you probably make your own, but I don't even think this thing was $6. It probably wasn't even that. Decal positioner. So that's a good thing to have, particularly if you're doing it with a lot of decals. So that's it for that. And what I recommend as far as nippers go, To me, these are micro marks. These are my favorites. When you're gonna do heavy stuff, taking off of the sprues, you know, the fatter ends, you know, don't use these. When you get this pair, I don't even think this is a $4 pair. You probably get them at the Harbor Freight, and just use these when you want to break down your bigger, and when you want to pull the piece off, of course, switch to your finer ones. This will extend the life of these by just dropping a couple of dollars on this cheap, you know, this cheap one for cutting wires, you know. And then you switch over to these. This will be your workhorse as far as tearing it down. This will be your getting in close, almost trimming it. So I would definitely grab one of these. Probably a Harbor Freight item. Again, probably Amazon also. That is a good way to go. That will save you a lot of money in the long run, because these things will eventually wear down, but you'll be doubling their lifespan. Getting packages in the mail. Let's go with a box cutter. Don't use your X-Acto knives, your good knives, to open your boxes when you're getting something from USA Gundam or New Type or Gundam Planet. Get one of these. You know, it's a nice. You can keep it closed. I have it here in the thing. All the packages that have been sent. You cut it open. Don't use your normal blade for opening up your boxes. You're gonna kill the life on it. And I got a few things here from Walmart. These are in the cosmetic department. Grab a bunch of these things. They're cheap. This one here has all different kinds for shining. 6 levels, 7 levels, and each is a different strength. And it's great for filing your pieces. And you don't have to spend a ton of money on these model grade ones. You know, you have some, but you can stretch the life on them too by doing your dirty work with one of these 99-cent jobs. So grab a few of these. These are good to have. You're going to use them a lot. And you will save a ton of money by just going with this stuff. This was from Walmart in the cosmetic aisle. But any of your drugstore should have this in stock too. But that's it for now. I just want to give a few tips. My last tip, I think I said it when I started airbrushing, is to get a rag. And this is your base. Now, when I start to airbrush, a lot of liquid, a lot of paint goes flying because you're cleaning and whatnot. Now, when you're going to clean your airbrush, you have your clean pot. You know, everything will be going. When you're cleaning up, everything's going to land on here. Everything. You can even use this as your base. I use a paper towel on here. When I'm cleaning, I put it down while I keep cleaning. I'm cleaning it out and drying everything. And then what happens is this absorbs everything and nothing hits the desk and ruins that. This is a separate sheet of cardboard that I use between me and the desk, for protection too. So just take anything you got. These happen to be towels, but you can actually buy a bag of rags if cheap if you don't have any in the house. I use old t-shirts and I use these. And when I go to work on my spray painting, I lay it down and I do all my mixing until I'm done cleaning. Then I take the rag and I toss it under the desk and I continue building. So that's my final tip. And I hope you guys use some of these. Let me know if you do. And if you have any, you can send me in the comments below. Let me know if you guys have any tips you want to add in, and I'll use them myself. But that's all for now. We'll see you in the next video. We're going to be testing out some new primers. So have a good one, guys. Great building.